Good morning. Welcome to a new Monday and my Monday motivation little video. And have you got up? Have you made your bed yet? So for me, I've decided to get up even earlier than I normally do. It's like about 5 a.m. now, and I've been preparing for this video. And everybody is adapting, and now we're going to start adapting to our children being at home. And that's going to be pretty overwhelming for some of us, hence why I'm getting up early to get a bit of free headspace before the chaos descends around me. So how are you going to adapt? But let's treat this like an opportunity to reconnect with our children. And I'm looking forward to those additional periods of time, some academic work, some creative work with my children interspersed with all the stuff that I've got to do. So let's not be afraid of it. Let's embrace it. Let's treat it like a positive. A few observations from last week. I think there's some really good positive news out there, and I posted the good news on COVID-19 last week, and I will do again this week. So if you've seen a good post, a good article on some good news, please do share that with me, and I'll work that into the good news probably on Wednesday. I'm seeing a really amazing human response. I'm seeing brands, I'm seeing individuals donate time, donate money, donate their services to helping people in need, and this is brilliant. And for me, it feels like this is people coming together through difficult times. And the legacy I think these difficult times will leave could be absolutely amazing, where we end up with a more human world. A couple of examples out of many, many. I heard of someone developing an app or a web solution, which is Tinder for parents. No, not like that. Tinder being, if your parents are miles away and you can't get to them, you put in your postcode and you find somebody else on the solution that can then go and take some provisions and drop them on the doorstep, or whatever it might be. Now again, I know the world is changing and we might even be allowed to leave our houses soon, but I think that's a great example of just humans coming together. I've heard of community WhatsApp groups of people supporting each other in their blocks of flats, in their streets, but also kind of people putting the forms through the door to allow people to call them who might be pretty lonely there. And I heard a great business objective that HR director Jo Davey put into her daily schedule, which is to make one new connection every day alongside the work objectives, which is brilliant. And then from Gregor Henderson, which I had the pleasure of interviewing Gregor at an event I did remotely on Friday, and the language of physical distancing rather than social distancing. We should be talking about social connection and connectivity, not distancing. Physically, we have to stay apart. I get that. It's really important, and please do that. It will help. But let's talk about physical distancing and social connectedness. So for me, it's been a pretty big week. I published the second Inside Out leaderboard actually ended up with 69 role models with lived experience and 12 allies who are doing great things in their organizations. And I remember last year when I was publishing the first Inside Out leaderboard, this was just a momentous amount of work that went into it. And it was almost something that happened alongside a momentous amount of other work going on. I'm not quite sure how we handled it. But the beauty of seeing people post and say, look, it's okay to talk about mental illness, and I'm a leader of a workplace, and doing that was wonderful to see. And we need those stories, we need those leaders. And I saw some great little video clips of CEOs showing vulnerability and outstanding leadership. The one that sprung to mind particularly was the CEO of the Marriott Group, who had a very touching video that he posted, well worth a look. And I'll try and post some links to this as well. I hosted 2 brand new events on the Inside Out X remote platform that allows people to connect, and not without a few teething problems, but actually people came together and we worked it out. So I hosted a virtual lunch on Wednesday, and I'm looking forward to doing another one this week. And then I hosted a much bigger event where I interviewed Gregor Henderson. And that's all part of the work that I'm doing to ultimately get to G24, which I launched on Saturday. So G24 is designed to help bring the world together on the mental health and well-being agenda. It is the world's first global 24-hour Mental Health Summit. And we're going to host that on the 18th of May, which is the first day of Mental Health Awareness Week in the UK. It sits in Mental Health Awareness Week in the Mental Health Awareness Month in the US. But awareness days are irrelevant. This is about being able to connect people globally on the mental health agenda and have some fantastic content that is tailored to this particular set of challenges. So I'm really excited to host that, and I'll put another link in the notes below. So my top tip for this week, particularly for those with children, where our new normal is going to change to an even newer normal, right? Treat this like an opportunity. Treat this like a gift to be able to connect with your children and your family. Find that work-life integration that has always been elusive for us as we're running around and getting into town and out of town. Just connect guilt-free with your children. And the work around that, the day job work, will follow. So play with your children today. Educate your children a bit. Do a project with your children. Because for those that have children, this is a real opportunity. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's my top tip for you. So have a great week, everyone. I've been told I love the sound of my own voice, and I've done this one before. I've got sweating in Lycra. So enjoy your day, enjoy your week. You'll hear more from me soon. Thank you.